The Marine Biodiversity Observation Network is working with the Global Ocean Observing System Biology and Ecosystems Panel, and also with the Ocean Best Practices System, both at UNESCO under the Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission, to address the need for best practices for the complementary essential ocean variables and the essential biodiversity variables, or EBVs. The EBVs were developed under the Group on Earth Observations Biodiversity Observation Network on the right-hand side of this diagram, and we're curating them under the MBON, but they have to be linked to the essential ocean variables developed by GOES on the left-hand side of this diagram. If we manage to have best practices and link these two systems, we will have a better system to generate products that inform a number of groups that need biodiversity data. This is the diagram of the EBVs that we're all familiar with under GeoBond, and it has the 6 classes of EBVs. These map directly the essential ocean variables, which are shown here. This was published by Patricia Miloslavich in 2018, and it encompasses a number of marine functional groups, but also a number of habitats. So these are directly mappable to the EBVs, specifically on species and taxonomies, but also to ecosystem structure. MBON has a collaboration with the Global Ocean Observing System in this fashion, shown here in this diagram. GOES develops the requirements for the essential ocean variables, and MBON is developing the community of practice to apply the EOVs and EBVs. Together, using best practices, we can generate the data using common formats to feed, for example, into OBIS and GBIF, and then those would generate the products, indicators, and such that are used by other groups. We can try to visualize the relationship between EBVs and EOVs with diagrams like these. If you develop EOVs that are listed here on the left-hand side of the diagram, in many cases, there is a one-to-one relationship with many of the EBVs. One of the things that we would like to make sure is that the EOVs include diversity as one of the subvariables, and this can be one or many of the essential biodiversity variables. As we develop these requirements and the definitions of the EOVs and EBVs, we are encouraging the community to store the methods and standards under the Ocean Best Practices system at the Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission. This is a database that can help you search for methods that have been evaluated and blessed by experts. To address the social and economic challenges that are related to the ocean, we have to use best practices for the EBVs and EOVs. With best practices, we can enable time series of biodiversity so that we can compare between locations over time using common methods and eventually lower the cost of technologies. This will require a substantial capacity development effort, not only in the way that we use specific methods, but also on how we apply these methods and use the data. Thank you.